Now, I'm joined with Maryhill first team manager Mark Young and John Sutton of the John Sutton Community Club. We've got an exciting partnership to announce. Basically, John Sutton Community Club will be joining forces with Maryhill going forward. So, for Maryhill fans, firstly, John, could you introduce the John Sutton Community Club and just what brought us to this point?
Yeah, absolutely. We are a local-based charity. Maryhill Junior is our local football club. We are trying to, and achieving, get people of all ages and abilities to play football, whether people have got additional support needs, right through to players who have aspirations of going to pro youth level. So I think we're currently sitting at something like 14 youth teams. We've got walking football, super vets football, so that is with the older age groups. We are delighted that Maryhill have offered us use of facilities. We love playing at Lockburn Park whenever we get the opportunity. And we want to work together in the community. We're hopeful that working with Maryhill, people will be more aware of the club and have more people come to the games. And the big thing for us is we'd love to lose some boys to pro youth on their way through the journey with us. But we'd also love to provide players for Maryhill 20s and Mark with the first team. We know the reputation that the club's got in the 90s. It was a real powerhouse in junior football. We know recently Mark played some tremendous football with young teams, and we want to be part of that and work together.
That sounds great, just to have a pathway for kids of all ages to learn the game and progress through to the ranks. I'll just bring Mark in on that. Mark, as Maryhill first team manager, what are the benefits that you see of that arrangement?
Well, definitely, selfishly, you're talking about players, isn't it? That's my job as a first team manager, is getting a good squad to put out there. But on the flip side of it, it's talking about building the club as a whole. John mentioned the history there. We're a wee bit of a sleeping giant. I think the committee have said that for quite some time in the 2.5 years that I've been here. So it's looking about getting that branch back into the community and probably jumping on the back of the work that John's done already. You know, that way, like you said, the network and the pathway that he's got in place, it's something that we've been screaming for, even I'd say the last couple of years. When you look in the 20s environment, with each point we've went through a wee bit of turmoil. We've not got that transition for age groups to stagger through all the way. And even looking at the back end of this, most of the lads that are in the 20s, this is their last year, and obviously we'll look after them, but we've not got that next team ready to step in, or even some younger ones to be able to drag in. So and coming from 20s myself, it's so important, that pathway. Look, we'll not hide the fact that we're not blessed with massive budgets and stuff like that as well, so that player progression is really important. And you look at it, you said that John mentioned it, the squad that we've got there, there's young boys, you know, that way doing really well, and coming through that 20s background and giving them the opportunity. So delighted to have more football people involved as well. So John and his team may then have that hub up here. We're joking that he's going to play up front for us now going forward. He gets out of this wee slump that we've got. But and again, already some of the lads out there are talking about getting involved in the walking football. With the weight I'm carrying, probably need to get involved in it myself. So no, look at it, exciting time. It's something that I think that's been on the cards talking for a long time, and it's just now finally starting to transition. And as we get any better weather as well, then it will allow John and team to use the facilities a lot more. And he said, I think it's just manpower as well, or people power, to get in there around the club and keep it growing. And if we can get that connection, we're then hoping as a club that we get more fans, local support and stuff like that as well to come in. And that doesn't just mean gives money, you know, that way, like through the gate. It just means a bigger support. So when people come here, we've got a wee bit of a force. The youth teams coming up, the boys getting exposed to that environment and that enjoyment, because people talk about it all the time. All right, park could be a wee bit better and all that jazz, and the guys do great work to do it, but it's like the Coliseum. You're in there and you're watching the game going down there. So just young players getting that experience to probably play in those environments as well is, for me, is key. And as I said, we're piggybacking on all hard work John and team have done to dive into that community, because saw the committee talk about, you know what I mean, where we come in now, that we've had that transition. They talk about really getting out there, and I know they walk the streets on a regular basis to try and drum up that support. So hopefully the more we can get involved in the progression. But for me, it's just the start, and it's the start now to try and get the working relationship together and progress both John and his team, and obviously hopefully Maryhill. And I'll take those players that he's going to transition in.
Great, thanks very much, guys.
Cheers.